It's hard to put into words just how insane, shocking, unbelievable, difficult to process this whole like Mahmoud being put into detention somewhere in the country that we don't know. In case you missed it, a member of the Columbia community, Mahmoud Khalil, who's also a Palestinian and organizer, kind-hearted, like very chill person, was ambushed by plainclothes ICE agents at his apartment building alongside his 8 months pregnant wife, who is a U.S. citizen. As ICE frequently does, they told several lies to try and get him detained. Like, they said that his visa was revoked. He doesn't have a visa. He has a green card. All these other things ended up detaining him. What they said was at a detention facility in New Jersey. He's not there. His wife tried to visit him today there, and he's not there. They have no idea where he is. This event should scare the living shit out of everyone for a number of reasons. Of course, not to the point of debilitation where, like, you're not, like, organizing and fighting back and all that stuff, but should still scare you. First and foremost, this is a green card holder. Like, part of the reason that so many immigrant rights groups have not been trying to, like, make kind of, like, legal versus illegal, good immigrant versus bad immigrant distinctions is because they don't protect anyone. Like, he did everything right. He has his papers, didn't break any laws, and is put in detention. But think about the wider implications of your green card being able to be taken away because you say something that the president doesn't like, that you advocate for something that they are just not in favor of, which is Palestinian liberation in this particular case. Shocking to hear from a Palestinian. Next, this solidifies a lot of people's fears as it relates to like anonymity and masking and all those things. Mahmoud was one of the very few people who was willing to put his face and his identity on the line for the cause. And now he's a political prisoner who has been subject to a forced disappearance to God knows where. Next, streets are saying that this is a directive directly from the Trump administration, like not from an immigration judge or something, because they never have a warrant. They'll say they have a warrant. No, the fuck they don't. And this example, this like manifestation of sadistic fantasies of the anti-Palestinian crowd in positions of power has been all but embraced by the university. They most certainly laid the groundwork for it to happen in the first place. Despite previously being a sanctuary campus, they have not spoken out in support of their student who has been disappeared by ICE. Says a lot. Now, there are a lot of different ways that people can take action. There's a petition circulating. There's rapid response organizations that you can create in your community that make it so that this doesn't happen. You obviously can bully the administration of your university as well if they're considering letting ICE just run amok on campus and abducting students on their campus with little to no recourse whatsoever. But something huge on the topic of community safety that I feel like isn't really touched on enough is that like you should not be rocking with or like in community with people that are publicly advocating for the deportation of their classmates. Point blank period, I do not think there's an excuse. Like, those people fucking suck. They're endangering members of the community. They should not be in any POC spaces whatsoever. Point blank period. Detention and deportation are violent events. They are violent. And this is a testament to the fact that it simply is just a xenophobic and racist event. Like, you can do everything right, do everything legally, and you'll still be criminalized because you dared to speak out and because you fit a description. That should, yes, scare you, but also enrage you enough to genuinely and tangibly take action to protect your communities, because this is the first time that this has happened, but we have to organize to ensure that it is the last.